Hi, my name is Gabrielle, and I will be presenting on the integration of Workday for payroll processing at Gelberg Signs. Founded in 1941, Gelberg Signs is an interior and exterior signs company based in Washington, D.C. that designs, fabricates, installs, and services interior and exterior building signs in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia. Currently, Gelberg Signs is outsourcing their payroll system through BBSI, a company that provides payroll services, workers' compensation, and benefits administration. This payroll process through BBSI is not time efficient and takes 2 to 3 hours to complete each week. This time could be better allocated to other pressing HR tasks. In addition to not being time efficient, BBSI currently does not allow Gelberg Signs to be paperless, an initiative they started last fiscal year throughout all departments. In this presentation, I will outline why a new payroll solution is needed for the company and how Workday as a solution will benefit the company by making the process more efficient, align with their company goals, and keep pace with their rapidly growing company. The key stakeholders at Gelberg Signs who will be involved in this HRAS implementation are Sasha Clark, the executive facilitator, Sarah Hardison, HR coordinator, Guy Brammy, the principal, and me, Gabrielle McDonald from American University. Neil Brammy, president of Gelberg Signs, and Luke Brammy, pictured in the bottom right-hand corner, the business development strategist, will also be alerted of the progress of the project throughout planning and implementation, but they are not part of the main project planning team. Obtaining buy-in from Sasha Clark and Guy Brammy, as well as the rest of the Gelberg executive team, is the main challenge in changing payroll systems and choosing a new HRIS. Managing the system process throughout implementation is also crucial to ensure that the proper knowledge, tools, and resources are being used and that the change leaders are effectively communicating with their employees the why, how, and benefits of the HRIS change for the organization. The Information Technology, or IT department, will also be involved in the HRIS project as they will be important in the planning, implementation, and instruction of the new system. The payroll process goes hand in hand with other human resources or workforce management areas, and if not managed correctly, it can be inharmonious with other HR functions. Failing to have an organized and timely payroll system can be devastating to growing organizations and cause employees to lose trust in the company, be less engaged, and be less motivated. By implementing the services of Workday to address their payroll issues, Gelberg Signs will be able to streamline their payroll process and begin integrating a completely new human capital management system to house all HR functions in the future. The implementation will involve 3 phases: the planning process, launch, and evaluation. After the costs of the Workday subscription, internal labor costs, training, consultant services, and system maintenance, we expect the cost of this project to be $21,320. Next, I will go over the project plan outlining the implementation process for the payroll system through Workday for Gelberg Signs. Phase 1. Planning process and timeline. The first step in the planning stage is creating a project planning team. We will identify who will be involved in the change and determine who will be responsible for administering the payroll system change. Next, we must gain stakeholder buy-in. Gaining stakeholder buy-in is needed for financial support, budget approval, and ongoing support throughout the implementation. Creating a timeline is very important in keeping the project organized and on pace. Once the project planning team is established, we will create a timeline for the project implementation from start to finish, as well as a follow-up or review stage. Next, we will determine costs, benefits, and limitations of the new payroll system. We will create an estimated budget for the payroll implementation, as well as the resources needed, planning team time commitment, IT work, help desk support, and training costs. The next step is identifying employee classifications. We made a list of exempt and non-exempt employees based on the Fair Labor Standards Act to determine who is eligible for overtime to input into the new system. Next, we identify policies. The policies to have on hand are attendance, paid and unpaid time off, commission, and bonus pay. At the end of Phase 1, we will test the functionality of Workday, then customize and finalize the new system. Phase 2, implementation. Before implementing the new system, we have to do final pre-live testing. We will execute a final test of the system to identify any issues before launching company-wide. Following the testing of the system, we will begin training all users who will be using the system. The subscription gives access to 10 users. Determining a training schedule for different company departments will help fit training into the normal workday to complete training to avoid unnecessary overtime hours used. Department managers must communicate training expectations with their employees to keep pace with the implementation schedule. We will prepare the implementation team to answer questions and offer support to the organization to help manage the transition with the organization and the HR department. We will identify leaders in the implementation team to continue to be change leaders and help the organization transition to the new system. Most likely, these will be members of the HR and IT teams. We will also use the most knowledgeable project team members to assist people responsible for training. Phase 3, Evaluation. After the Workday implementation, we will conduct the evaluation phase. First, we will assign a team to audit system performance. HR team members will be a part of this team and audit system performance on a monthly basis. The audit will be scheduled for the same time each month so that it is planned, tasked, and not forgotten. We will also need internal support staff to address any issues after implementation. Having an IT member or the IT team on the internal support staff team will be important to help address any technological issues. Another part of the evaluation process will be to survey employees about Workday. To do this, we will create and send out a survey to the organization about the launch, expectations from employees, ease of transition, and any needs gaps. We will document all feedback and make note of trends and negative feedback. Gaining feedback from members of the organization and the stakeholders will help us determine if the implementation was successful and launched effectively. We will assess system performance against original project objectives. We will determine if all project goals made during the planning process were met. We will identify any gaps and outcomes that did not align with the original plan. Now that we have gone over how we will transition the company into a new payroll system, I will go over the functions, benefits, limitations, and costs of Workday. The key capabilities of Workday are HR transactions that go straight to payroll, continuous payroll processing, real-time visibility into general ledger. It is highly flexible and has anytime audits. It has built-in reporting and analytics, and it is a mobile-first employee experience. One good thing to note is on average, Workday reduces payroll cycle times by 69%. The main payroll functions of Workday are payroll processing, earnings and deductions, accumulations and balances, audit and reporting, accounting and compliance, and employee self-service. Next, the benefits. Workday has a core system of record for employee data across HCM and payroll to manage changes of benefits, terminations, and life events. It gives employees the ability to request time off, view payslips, and make payment elections from a unified self-service application that works on both a browser and a mobile device. It has a robust calculation engine that drastically reduces payroll processing time. Role-based and segment-based security helps to improve collaboration. Users can perform comprehensive audits before the final payroll run, view pre-built reports for insights into payroll results, get automatic tax updates through a cloud delivery model, provide system-to-system integration with the Office of Child Support Enforcement for EIWO, control over process, data, and cost by eliminating the pain points found in traditional systems with intuitive payroll setup and management systems, and view actionable insight with payroll analytics through automated audits and visibility into actual costs that save both time and money. The limitations of Workday include little to no customizations, including no custom branding, and Workday does work best when integrated with the full Workday HCM, not just payroll like we are doing here, and it does not integrate well with other corporate systems. Next, we will break down the costs on the following slides. The general cost of the project is $21,320. This includes an HR project planning consultant who is actively being hired currently to help assist the Gelberg team in current and future HR projects, labor costs of internal staff, a 3-year commitment subscription for Workday with access for 10 employees, training costs, and system maintenance. Here, we see the costs of each phase of the project broken down. Planning makes up for $3,040 for a 2-month planning process. The launch phase makes up for $15,200 for subscription and training costs. And finally, the evaluation phase makes up for $3,080 for system maintenance and consultant costs. Altogether, the total cost of this implementation is $21,320, which is under our expectation for this to cost $25,000. To recap or to give a conclusion, Workday will provide Gelberg Signs with a more streamlined payroll process through efficiency, since on average it will reduce the payroll cycle time by 69%, reliability through a successful HCM provider with 24/7 support, and pace to align with their rapidly expanding and growing workforce. Thank you.